Everything seemed really normal, really great. After about I think 7 months or so is when more of the physical abuse started happening. It wasn't just mental or emotional. He would tell me that I was a whore when I didn't do anything to deserve that. There were a couple times when he would throw me on the ground and kick me. He would throw lotion on my clothes so I couldn't wear them in school because he didn't like that I was wearing yoga pants or leggings. He would chase me around with knives. He would threaten my family and tell people that things were gonna happen to my mom if I didn't stay with him, or things were gonna happen to my dad, or he was gonna ruin my house.
The last time he put his hands on me, I had went over a neighbor house, and he had went out with some of his friends, and he had ran into some people that knew me, and he was told some things. And by this time, it's about midnight, and he comes in and he confronts me about the situation. And I don't know exactly what my responses were at that moment, but he put me through a wall. I wake up that morning and there is a outline print of me in this wall, and the first thing that comes out of my mouth is, "It was real? This was real."
I don't think I'll ever forget the last time that he abused me. I remember him uncuffing me from the stand and taking me down the hallway. And I weighed maybe 70 pounds at the time, and I managed to push his 230-pound frame off of me. And I told him that he was never going to touch me again. His response was to throw me into a wall where he knocked me unconscious. And I woke up in my bed later with my clothes on backwards.
When I first started at Safe Passage, I think it was a week or two after he had been arrested. And the first things that I was able to learn about myself was that it was okay to be as hurt about it as I was. Now, my life is just a million times better. It sounds cliche to say that almost, but my life is so much better. I know what I deserve now in a relationship, and I'm not willing to take anything less than that. If I didn't have Safe Passage, I just don't know where I would be today. I really don't.
I was hell on wheels when I first got to Safe Passage. I had so much stuff that was in me, that was coming out wrong. I was just reacting to everything, not responding to nothing. Safe Passage gave me a voice. They took away the shame that I felt. I felt so responsible. Maybe if I would have did this better, or maybe if I would have said that, it would have gotten better. They showed me that I'm worth it. I'm worth it. If nobody else in the world, not even my mama, loved me, I love me, And they made me comfortable. There would have been no way a couple of years ago I would have wore no overalls. I wouldn't have wore my hair with braids in it. I let my daughters do this. I've got self-respect now. Thank God there's a Safe Passage.
I would go and have counseling every day and begin to talk about just processing. It was the place where I started to realize that what had happened wasn't my fault. made me feel like I could trust my own thoughts with that. And that people weren't going to be angry with me for what had happened.
Safe Passage is the only domestic violence center and rape crisis center in DeKalb County. It fills a huge need for two subjects that are often really taboo. That is something that people don't really think is an issue in their community.
It's unacceptable that nearly half the population lives in fear all the time. It's unacceptable that the people who are impacted by these types of crimes often experience the lasting effects far more than their abusers do.
We are there to help people be safe. We are there to help them heal, but we are also there to help them get on with their lives and be successful in their lives.
If Safe Passage weren't here, DeKalb County would look from the outside the same. And that's because assault and domestic violence are not something that you see. That's what's hard about it. So we would have, DeKalb County would look exactly the same without Safe Passage on the outside, but on the inside there'd be a lot more hurt.
That's not how we want our communities to be. That's not how we want our schools to be. We want to live in places where people feel welcome and included and cared about.
To me, Safe Passage is a safe place to reestablish myself.
Safe Passage to me is hope.
Safe Passage was a haven in a time of crisis for me.